So Frank Martin says that he would like to face off against William Zepeda. Says that would be a real good match. I feel like that would be a good matchup for him as well. Zepeda, I was just looking at him recently because I think Andy Cruz is finna fight a guy who recently fought Zepeda. And he's one of the toughest guys that Zepeda has faced off with. And then, but Zepeda hasn't faced off against that much high competition. So Frank Martin will be the best guy that Zepeda's faced against. And Zepeda felt like, well, I want to fight Devin Haney. Well, if we're just being honest, I don't feel like he put himself in a position where he can fight Devin Haney if it was for undisputed. But for him to fight Frank Martin, that makes sense. I mean, a lot of people feel like Frank Martin should be fighting Shakur Stevenson, so why not should he fight William Zepeda? That's how you know a lot of these fans, they frauds. So Frank Martin, he good enough to fight Zepeda. I mean, Shakur Stevenson, but not Zepeda. That don't even make any sense. No sense. Zepeda is not even that big of a fighter, man. As far as what he bringing to the table, and that's no disrespect, but I'm saying, like, they acting like Frank Martin getting an advantage, getting the Zepeda fight or something. Like, nah, I feel like that'll be a good match. Frank Martin ain't ducking nobody. Michelle Rivera just got a victory over the Lipinets. I ain't seen nobody trying to fight Michelle Rivera at 140, so obviously people got other plans. Frank Martin had to run him out of the division. So Frank Martin got a lot of he got a good win on his resume right now. So for him to fight William Zepeda, that only makes sense. Zepeda doesn't have a resume as good as Frank Martin right now, nothing like that. He's just a name. He's just a name, that's it. He's not really a big name. He's just a name that people know in the sports world, but he's not in a position where Frank Martin should be afraid to face off with him. It'll be a good fight. I feel like it'll be a 50-50 fight. But I would give the edge to Frank Martin. I would definitely give the edge to Frank Martin. It's a 50-50 fight, though. I just feel like Frank Martin, he got a lot more speed and power than what people realize. They see him and they just feel like, oh, he's a good boxer that does a lot of different things, but he has a lot of speed and power on him. He's very good. He's no joke. People gonna realize over the next 12 months. You see, after Devin Haney left the division, a lot of these 135 guys got quiet. They're not sitting here saying, "Oh, this guy's ducking me, this guy." So you don't hear none of that no more, do you? No more about guys ducking and this and this. That ducking stuff, man, it's false, man. It's false. You either paying enough or you ain't. And a lot of these guys, they just don't want to fight nobody. Because you hearing guys with belts complaining about stuff like, bro, you got a belt. So obviously you getting paid everything you need to get paid. So what do you have to complain about? You have a belt, you getting paid the millions that you need. So what are you complaining about? You talk about you fight good competition. You know what I'm saying? You got guys that fight good competition, and they sit around here like, well, you know, Frank Martin, you need to fight him. I want to fight. Frank Martin just fought a decent guy. You supposedly just fought a decent guy, so I mean, what more does he have to do? He's doing the same thing you doing. He just ain't fighting you at this time. A lot of people said Frank Martin was ducking. That's why I stayed away from that crowd. I stayed away from it. And I don't want none of y'all jumping on the bandwagon. I stayed away from Cause I already knew. Then you seen how all the fake Shakur fans jumped off the bandwagon after he had that De La Santos performance. Oh, he horrible. Y'all say Frank Martin was ducking him. Now he horrible? Oh, okay. See what's going on. Shakur's ducking him, but y'all, he ducking Shakur, but y'all say Shakur had a horrible performance. Y'all don't know what y'all want to say. Y'all just want to pick sides. And what's crazy is Frank Martin said everything, recently, everything he been saying is all the stuff I was saying. You making all this money, I asked for a little bit more money and it's a problem? And you fighting on ESPN for a title? And I can't get a couple more crumbs? Nah, you ducking. Oh, okay. Hey man, dude don't pay me what I need, and they call and say I'm ducking. Cool. I've been ducking a long time then, cause I ain't getting paid for nothing. That's a fault. I need to get paid everything I'm asking for. I'm not finna take what you want to give me, and we finna fight for a title, and I'm coming off a competitive fight, and y'all ain't doing nothing different from what I'm doing. Y'all gotta realize Shakur only had like 1 or 2 fights at 135. Yeah, he got a name outside 135, but I mean, is he undisputed? You know what I'm saying? Like, at that point, you gotta start realizing, like, oh, is he undisputed, unified? He wasn't even a champion. He a challenger just like Frank Martin was for the belt. And Frank Martin got in the talks ASAP. That's how I knew it was real. As soon as he ended the Michelle Rivera fight, he got in the talks with Shakur Stevenson. And notice, nobody knew who Frank Martin really was before that point. They weren't really aware of him. I want to say the last couple of years. I want to say not a couple of years, probably the last 12 months. They've been aware of Frank Martin. When he had a showcase last year, kinda, he was already fighting, but he had like a showcase on Showtime, and then this year he's been fighting a lot more on Showtime, so there's a lot of things that been going on, man. These fans be exposing themselves though. That's why I say, in boxing, it's not good to always try to latch on to certain guys, because it's not gonna go well. You're gonna start blaming them for business decisions and blaming other people. What goes on now though, a lot of guys try to blame other people for business decisions. I mean, Frank Martin, he with Earl Spence and a lot of other people he working with. He gotta pay people. He can't just make a decision based off what the fans think he's gonna do. See, what's crazy is there's other guys just walking around like Terrence Crawford and Benavidez and all these other guys that do everything the fans be asking for. We want a big fight. We want a big fight. And those are the guys that the fans hate the most. The guys that y'all ask to do the most, those are the ones y'all hate the most. Haney, all these other guys fighting Lomachenko's and different people, but those are the people y'all don't like the most. Y'all dislike those guys more than anybody else. The guys who fight everybody. I don't understand it. Y'all be like, hey, fight this guy. They be like, okay. Benavidez gonna fight Bivol and everybody. Frank Martin like, okay, I'll fight her. Shakur, just pay me right. Ain't nobody said, hey man, Shakur, just pay this man right. Ain't nobody said, Shakur, just pay this man right. Ain't nobody said, Shakur, just pay this man right, man. Just do right. Nobody. And that's all he asked for was a decent check. All he asked for. Just pay me right, make sure I'm good, and then everything will be alright. We can get back to what we need to get back to. But y'all see how the business is, though. Guys can be signed to ESPN and all these networks, but they need a couple of extra more dollars. But But guess what though? Let me tell you why ESPN and Bob Arum them look crazy though. Now you done wasted a whole bunch of money and you done messed your brand up by instead of paying Frank Martin and having him as an opponent, instead of having De Los Santos, now look how everything turned out. Could have just had De Los Santos. Frank Martin and Shakur Stevenson. I bet it would have been a better fight than that. Frank Martin would have made him fight. I bet it would have been a better fight. That's why Frank Martin got the last laugh, man. Frank Martin get the last laugh. Everybody talking about something. Now Frank Martin can sit back and be like, now everybody was talking about Shakur, he can sit back and be like, that's the guy y'all said I was ducking? Who are you? And what are you talking about? All he can say is, well, you don't know boxing. I was ducking him. How? He gonna say, do you know boxing? How was I ducking him? I just goes to show you, man. Fans come out saying stuff all quick and be wrong. That's why I tell you, man, ever since the Earl Spence, Terry Crawford thing, y'all just need to learn how to stay out of boxing business, man. Y'all don't know how to run no boxing business. Y'all talking about Terry Crawford scared to fight everybody. Now y'all asking when a rematch. Is he gonna fight Canelo? Just goes to show, man, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. It's all good, ain't nothing wrong with it. Everybody gotta learn someday, but Frank Martin ducking, I don't want to hear those words no more. That's all I got though. Like and subscribe.